Chapter 2. The Second Month. The Wei clan family. I attended the wedding of the Lanling Jin clan and Yumin Jian clan this past week. It was beautiful. The bride was the most beautiful. This is difficult to write. I find myself lost for words. What right do I have to be the one to tell of this event? I think we know quite clearly that you ought to have been there. It feels like a grave injustice that you were kept away. I made eye contact with the bride several times and felt that she wished to ask after you, but we were never given a chance to talk in private. I did, however, greet her as an in-law, and I can't help but feel that you would have enjoyed the looks which passed across the faces of both young Master Jin Zixuan and Sect Leader Zhang. I am sure you can imagine it well. I hope it reassured her that you are doing well and that I am in touch with you in her stead. In the future, I will endeavor to find a way in which to inform her of your well-being. In your last letter, you mentioned that you hope to plant some lotus at the burial mounds. Perhaps I could inquire after some seeds as an excuse. I have enclosed a small wooden figure for Wei Yuan, which I found by chance when doing some rearranging. I believe it used to be one of our own Wanji, but I can't remember for certain. With care, Elder Brother, Lan Zichen. Brother-in-law, thank you for your words regarding Xijie's wedding. I, too, was saddened to not be able to attend. I even thought of crashing it, but Aojan managed to convince me it was a bad idea. Aren't you glad I have your brother around to keep me from making rash choices? Yiling recently received some unexpected visitors, so don't feel too sad for me being unable to see my Xijie all dressed up. Let's just say you don't have to worry about providing the lotus seeds. On a completely unrelated note, do you think Rulan is a good name? I think it sounds quite noble, like some other Lans I know. Signed, Wei Wuxian. Elder Brother, Ayuan likes the toy. Mother carved it for us. Wei Wanji. Young Master Wei Wuxian, I received a letter yesterday enclosed inside, a message from Yumong which I am passing on to you. It is unopened, rest assured. Tell Wanji that the cloud recesses have gotten quite a bit louder lately. We have adopted a young child into our clan who lost his parents in the Suncheck campaign. He is around the same age as your Wei Yuan, and, even at such a young age, since arriving here has managed to break several rules and create a large bit of ruckus and general chaos. He has a bright spirit, and I can already tell he will be a rather unlikely Lan. When he is of age to study with the disciples, I imagine it will be reminiscent of your own visit to the cloud recesses. I foresee many punishments to be taken in the library pavilion. I think Rulan is a very fine name indeed. Sincerely, Lan Zichen.
Ajan, I hope this letter reaches you promptly. I have faith in Sect Leader Lan's ability to get it to you without complication or interception, which, unfortunately, I cannot assure were I to send it directly. It is a sad and hurtful reality that I am kept from you. I miss you desperately. To see you in person so recently only makes it harder now. Each day without you, my heart yearns to be with you more. Every day, I have to withstand overhearing vicious and outlandish rumors about my own brother and his loved ones. Did you know that many believe you have used black magic to control the mind of my new brother-in-law? The whole idea is preposterous. My Ajan would never. And besides which, would someone like Hung Wanjun allow himself to be controlled so easily? But I, of course, cannot say anything to stop them. I am forced to bear it all with grace and smile. Each evening, I give a good rant of all the things I wish I could say, and my poor husband listens with patience and cheer. I know that you two have never got along, but he really has been most supportive in this difficult time. When Sect Leader Lan presented us with 2 wedding gifts, one from himself and one from not him, I half expected him not to accept it. But to my surprise, he simply bowed his thanks and squeezed my hand. It was quite a defiant show of support for our family. I hope it soothes your mind and heart to know that I am well cared for and looked after. He really has been so sweet. You know, I think that all that time, he was just shy. At least I know you are well loved and cared for too. I never thought a day would come when I would trust another with my Ajan's heart. But here we are, and I know that he will treat you well. I am afraid that this letter is quite scattered, but if nothing else, it will represent my feelings well. Messy and lacking in propriety, but heartfelt and well-meaning. Be well, be happy, be safe. Write if you can. Love, your Xijie. Brother-in-law, thank you for passing on the letter. If it is not too much to ask, I'm including my response with this letter. If you could find a way to get it to Shijie, I would be much obliged. I'm glad to hear that there is a little troublemaker livening up the cloud recesses. You guys are too serious. But Ptolemy has a lot to live up to if he plans to fill my shoes. Let's see if he can break my record for the most amount of times required to copy the rules in one day. Perhaps one day, he and RRUN could meet and be given the chance to become friends. Sincerely, Wei Wuxian. Shijie. I am so thankful to hear you received my gift. I only wish I could have delivered it in person. The day you and Zhang Cheng visited us so I could see you as a bride was more of a gift than the small trinket I returned. One day I will make it up to you. One day the Wei clan and the Yiling sect we plan to build will be a respectable one. One day the Sunshot campaign and the actions of the Wen clan will be more removed and distant. One day we will not have to hide in the shadows, and I will be free to go where I please and see who I like. I think having a Zhan being here will go a long way in swaying others' opinions, especially since Zhou Zhan is on our side. Between him and you, and hopefully your pompous husband too, maybe others will be more willing to give us a chance. But maybe this is just wishful thinking. People's minds are hard to change. I just wish I could show them what I see. Tell your husband that he better treat you properly, or he will have the fearsome kneeling patriarch, Han Guanjun, and the ghost general to deal with. Can you believe they gave such a sweet boy like Wen Ning such titles? He's about as scary as a toddler, and I should know, since he spends most days looking after one. I mentioned Ayuan last time we spoke, yes? He's living well and growing like a weed. Ajan spoils him rotten and gives him everything he asks for. I think between the two of us, Ayuan sees him more as a father, and me as an older brother, to play with and annoy. Can you believe that? It isn't fair. I doted on him first, but he likes Ajan more. Speaking of children, any news from you? Will my chosen name be claimed for a little one soon? Don't leave me in suspense. Your little brother wants to know when he will be an uncle. Except now I'm thinking about Jinji Xuan and what it would mean for you to have a child with him, and I need to go wash out my brain. Yuck. Right back soon. Your Ajian.
Sister-in-law, congratulations on your marriage. We regret deeply being unable to attend. Wei Ying has been working tirelessly to plant the lotus seeds you gave us, and we believe that they will flourish soon. Wei Ying allowed me to read his letter, and it would be remiss of me not to correct a small part. He gives himself little credit when it comes to raising Ayuan. He too dotes on the child, and to Ayuan he is most decidedly a parent and someone to fashion himself after. Why else would Ayuan be so willing and excited to adopt the surname Wei? So if it is not inappropriate to say so, I hope you will consider yourself aunt to Ayuan, so that we may tell him his family is larger than he knows. Things are going well here. Every day we grow safer and more comfortable. Soon this refuge site will be considered a proper village. It is my hope that one day it will be a normal town and a normal home to others. It is already a home to us. Signed, Wei Wanji.